Chris here. Don't know if you're gonna be able to hear me over these goats this time of year. I do feed, and so every time they see me, they expect to get feed. But just gonna do a quick video. We got some new life on the farm this morning. Um, Been expecting several of them to start for a couple days. So anyway, it's like they finally started. I'm not gonna go in there and mess with them too much. I like to kind of leave them alone, let nature take its course. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it all, but we got a doe in that shelter there. She got at least one new one. Um, Sounds like there's two now. I can't tell. Naturally, the dog's in the way, but I don't want to scare her out of there. I'll walk around, but you can hopefully see a little one over there. She should be done. She's had enough time, and I let the kids self wean, so don't get it quite as many twins and triplets as people that pull their babies young and really get the does in good shape. Um, Trying to walk slow so I don't jar this thing. We got one of the sheep should be in pretty soon, and then there's a doe over here under this cedar tree. I came out this morning. I saw her, and it used to make me nervous with these dogs. It took me a few years to get confident in them, but one of the dogs was laying probably 10 feet away, just watching out. I guess they sense that they're vulnerable, and they will eat the afterbirth. Um, so far, I hadn't had any get overly aggressive with that, and it's usually the first few bursts, and after there's several, I guess they kind of kind of like us get tired of eating the same thing, so they'll back off. Like I said, after the first few bursts. But yeah, I used to put them up in like a small area, and so I could really watch them. And it just, I think two things. Once we got our genetics, stuff that was born here out of good problem-free does, we started having less problems. And then I started letting them have this whole area, and so once I did that, I don't know if it. I think on some of the younger does they would get intimidated trying to kid around some of the older. And at that time, the reason I was putting them in a small area because I didn't trust the dogs, so I wanted to keep the dogs away from them, but I would have them to where the dogs was around them, so there wasn't nothing gonna come in and get to them. And like I said, these dogs may stay in. I'm not gonna get close because I don't want to spook them. But looks like that's another single. And I don't get too upset. I mean, as long as they're healthy, that's the main thing. Looks like that one might be a little doe. And but we should have several more. Um, just starting at any time. The One of the ewes, it's got a pretty nice bag on her, so I think it'll be pretty close. And these goats are raised up with these dogs. So you see, she's not getting nervous, even though they're all around. The one that's behind the tree there just stood up. He's young, uh, which this will be his second time. I can't remember if it's his second time or third time being around. When they're kidding, but so anyway, they've all been around it. Um, But yeah, we should start. Generally, once they start, it doesn't take long till you get a big wave. So generally, it's the following week. So I'd expect a big wave to come next week, and then after that, seems like then you start getting trickling in. But I originally intended to put the bucks in where they would start kidding earlier than this. I was going to try that, but anyway, I didn't get the bucks in time. But anyway, so I always like this time of year, like to see the new arrivals, the new life, and so I hope everyone has a good day.